The entire Linux file system explained in just 3 minutes. Let's go! When you open your terminal, you are located in the user home directory or curly line directory by default. This directory is located in a larger home directory, which is located in a root directory. This directory is the main Linux system directory and it contains all of the system folders. Let's go over them. Bin is a directory which has all of the binary files or executables. If you ever install the program, it's most likely in bin, and it can be accessed through the terminal by all the users. There's also an analog to bin called sbin, which contains system binary files for boot, system recovery, etc., and it can only be accessed by a root user. The mention about executables need libraries for their work, and that's where lib comes in, which is a directory for all of the libraries that the system needs. User directory is a directory where all of the user data is stored. It contains directories like bin, sbin, lib, local, etc., which are mostly symlinks to the original ones in root. Boot directory stores everything needed for system boot. It contains two other directories, like grub, which is the thing that allows you to dual boot and mount the Linux system, and EFI, which is responsible for mounting the EFI. Etc. or etc. is the config directory, and it is the directory you'll probably be editing the most, as it contains all of the system and program configs. If you want to change something in your system, you go here. Dev is a directory that manages devices and all of the files that work with hardware. Home, as we already talked about, is a folder with all of the users in it. Root is a directory which contains root user data. It is basically a home for a root user. Lost+found is a directory that has files which system is trying to restore. Analogs of this folder are not only in the main root directory. Run is a mount point for system daemons and processes which start very early in the boot. Mount is basically the same as run, but it's for manual mounting. Proc is a directory that is created on the fly by Linux to keep track of all of the running processes. Var is responsible for storing changeable data, like system logging files, etc. Opt is there for installation of add-on software, which you install yourself. SRV is rarely used, but it's a folder where you put all of your server data. Sys is also rarely used and mentioned, but it helps with the kernel work overall. And that is the entire Linux file system. Subscribe for more coding.